opening statement. I thought our kids battled. We got beat by a really good football team. Texas State's probably, going to be in a bowl or has the opportunity to be in a bowl. One of the best teams in our conference. We didn't do much early offensively. Our first series, we were able to run the ball some and had a balanced attack, and then they held us to a field goal, and then we weren't able to get the ball moving much after that, and too many 3-and-outs left our defense out to dry, and we're very thin right now on defense. I think we suited up 16 scholarship players on the defensive side. So that's not an excuse. So we expect them to perform. We didn't slow them down. They were able to they had a really good scheme. They were able to get some points on the board, and then our kids came out in the second half and scored 28 points, and they scored 27. So they fought, they battled. We asked them to compete. In the fourth quarter, we pulled everybody up and just said, hey, forget it, and just go out and play as hard as you can and send our seniors out the right way. And I thought they did that for the most part. You're seeing a process of building here. And I told our seniors in there that they're kind of like our parents. My life's better because of what my dad did for me. And that's what my goal is as a parent, is to make my children's life better. And these seniors have laid the foundation, hopefully paved the way for it to be better for all these young guys that are coming back. So that's really about it. No, I don't think it was flat. I think Texas State had a lot to do with that. I think Texas State did a great job of, once they figured out what we were doing, to trying to shut us down in the run game, and defensively, with that quarterback that they have and the ability to run the ball, and then so you sell out to stop the run and be able to throw it over your head. I thought they did a really good job. Our kids emotionally were not flat. Linquez gave great effort. He's played well all year. He's did everything we asked him to do. I didn't see I think he had 7 catches today. It was good to see the touchdown. I wish he wouldn't have spiked the ball. We're getting beat 40-something to whatever, and, we don't like to do that. But I'm not going to take anything away from his effort and him being the ability to make plays, and we'll miss him. We also got some really good young guys like Todd Boyd and Glenn Smith that stepped in and stepped up and were able to do some good things also. Well, first of all, we have to recruit. That's the main thing, which never stops. Our coaches will be on flights tomorrow to head out recruiting. We've got to get bigger and stronger. We've got a lot of young guys that need to develop, and we've got some guys that are back that need to get stronger and bigger. You look across the field and you look at us, and it's not the same right now. And so we have to develop in the weight room, and we have to develop leadership. I told the team afterwards, we have to develop leadership. Yeah, we're going to try to get the best players we can, but obviously by numbers we have to get more defensive players. We could only we had 4 weeks the first time we got here, and then we had all of last year, and with the numbers of guys by class, you could not sign enough when you only signed 25 to fix everything. So we need to go out and sign, some more players to help on the defensive side, but we also need to sign some offensive players. Well, you got a chance to live in Atlanta, Georgia, at Georgia State University, get a great education. The thing about us is we have great people here, top to bottom, the people that they're going to be involved in. We tell kids all the time in recruiting, everyone's going to have a stadium and either Nike or Adidas or Under Armour or Russell. Everyone's going to have, good facilities and study hall. The difference is the people. And Georgia State's got great people to sell within the university and within the athletic department and within the administration and, our student body. So, you got a chance to get a great education, play great football, play in the Sun Belt Conference, get an opportunity to play, some big-time opponents and at the same time play, but be around great people. Because we've got a great room of kids, young men in that locker room. We've got great people to support them and be around them. A lot of good things at Georgia State to sell. The profession. I mean, you can't. I have no idea. I'd love to keep everybody, but I know how this profession is, and we'll see. There's some guys on our staff, and I'm sure it'll be very. I've already been called about guys, so I don't want to lose anybody, but that's just the way this business is. It's a business.
Yes, it is. It was something I just had an idea for the game. I did it, and then all the receivers copied me. So I just want everybody to know that was my idea. But yeah, all the receivers. He was our only senior receiver playing this game, so it was something we did for him and to honor him. We learned how to stick together through adversity. That was a big thing. That we'd really built our team chemistry last year during the off season. But you don't know how that's going to work once you finally face adversity and have to go through the tests and then see where that chemistry can play in. And we stayed strong. We stayed together, and nothing that happened. No defense, offense. Nobody severed from each other. We're all a family, and we're going to go back to work starting Monday and building that even more. We're going to be so tight knit as a group that nothing can break us and nothing can slow us down. Like Coach Miles was saying earlier, it's a business. You never know what coaches are going to return or not. We all understand that. We're all old enough to know that coaches get hired and get promoted to better jobs somewhere else. And new coaches to come in. Coach Lapano was a great addition to our program this year as well. And no matter what coaches come in here, we're going to be so tight as a group that nothing's going to slow us down, and we're going to hit the ground running come January when we get into our off-season program.
Talk about the offense and just the number of playmakers that return. I think it's just Tim, AJ, and Wes are the only departing players. You mentioned just building chemistry even more. Do you feel like the offense could take a step forward next year?
Yeah, we'll take a huge step forward. I don't think we cracked the 40s this entire year, and that's something I think this offense next year will be capable of doing every single week. We got some great running backs returning. It'll be great to have Kyler back in our lineup. I know we're out there recruiting some really good running backs as well that might be able to come in and bring us some more versatility. Guys like Donovan and Robert Davis, Joel, and we have a guy that redshirted for us this year, two guys, Octavius and Adam Schechter, who might be able to play a big role in our offense next year. We're going to have too many playmakers to get the ball to, which is never a bad thing. And we're going to have some offensive linemen, guys that are already on the team that are really developing, like Jermai and Davis Moore and Steve Wolgamott and Garrett Garange. A lot of them have got a chance to play at some point in the season. And seeing where they came from last year to this year is unbelievable. So I can only imagine what guys like them will be able to do with another off season, how much better they're going to be. And then with guys we're bringing in as well, the sky's the limit for this offense. And it'll be great if we keep the offensive staff intact. But that's something out of our control either way. We know we're going to hit the ground running with what we got. I have had a problem for the past 3 years that I've continued to work on, which is obviously turning the ball over. It's hurt us in a lot of games. It hurt us in this game. And it's probably cost us a few wins, especially earlier in the season in some close games. That's something that's not going to happen next year. Nobody in this country works harder than I do, and that's something I pride myself on. That's how I was able to go from being a tight end in high school to a Division I quarterback. I work for this, and every single thing I do next season will be aimed to not turn the ball over, to improve my reads, my footwork, to make sure every pass that I throw is on point and with purpose. And I'm not going to be throwing the ball into any defender's hands next year. And as long as we do that and we continue to use our playmakers to get our offense going, I think we're going to be really hard to stop next year.
I'll ask you the same question I asked Coach. If someone were to ask you, why should I come to Georgia State, what would be your message to people, prospective runners?
Kind of the same thing that got me here. And it's kind of easier because we actually have a win this year. And, you know, I came on my visit in the last game of the season last year when South Alabama kind of took it to Georgia State at the time. And now we got a lot of recruits come this weekend, and they got a chance to see us. You know, we didn't have a great start to the game, but we beat them in the second half, and we finished strong like we had talked about all year. But there's so much potential here, and there's potential to be some part of something special, and that's being a foundation for a program and being able to build something that has never existed before. And that's something that really no other program can really offer you. And we have such great guys. And the recruits that were around us this weekend and the recruits that were around us a few weeks ago as well can all see that. I was able to see it when I was here for a few days last year. The guys that we have on this team, they're the kind of people you want to spend 20 to 30 hours a week with. They're the kind of guys you want to be in the locker room with. You want to see at 7 a.m. in the cafeteria and sit down and eat breakfast and lunch and dinner with. They're the kind of guys that you want to be your friends. And when you're on a football team in college football, you don't get the opportunity to meet many people outside the football team because your life is football. And so you want to make sure you're on a team with guys that you're going to be able to get along with and you're going to love to see every day, and that's something that we can offer you. And, I mean, this is a great place to be. If I could go back, I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm glad I came here. I don't regret anything. And the season we've had to suffer this year just gives us a bigger opportunity to make a statement next year.
It meant a lot. That means, like in the past, the teams weren't as close as we are now. And coming we're growing up, coming here, and now it's like a whole different, complete team. And it's more, we put other people first. And just like earlier when Nate Miner got hurt, I wore the jersey. So we're not selfish, and we try to put team first. And it meant a lot to me, and it's gonna stay with me forever, my whole life, till I pass away. I was hoping I got a touchdown, and like just scoring, just a different feeling, because it's kind of hard to score in college. So I had it in my head that I was gonna just try to go out with a bang, regardless of how the season went, because it's much bigger than football, and I just wanted to leave a memory that I can take with and tell my kids and my family that I remember my last touchdown. I probably won't remember the other ones, but I remember my last touchdown, and I had fun with my teammates in my receiver corps. First, education, my education, and becoming a young adult, and just taking all the stuff that I learned from football and the coaches to my next life, and trying to be a better adult for me and my family, and if I decide to have kids, for them, and just pass my knowledge on to the young guys, because I'm still keeping contact with the team and my receiver corps. I'm letting them know what's right and wrong and what I learned, and just pass my knowledge down to them.
You said at the beginning of the year that losing a player like Albert, you felt pressure as a senior to come in and be a difference maker for your team. Do you feel like you accomplished what you wanted to accomplish in doing that?
I had my own goals coming into the season. I wanted to get 1,000 yards. That's probably every receiver goal, and I didn't accomplish that. But besides Albert, he's doing a great job in the NFL, making plays, and I probably didn't get close to what he did because he carried our team last year. But coming this year, we had a different type of group of guys at receiver. So we had Robert Davis, the big one-on-one type guy. We had Donovan Harden that'll make you miss, get extra yards. You had me, the underneath guy, to keep the defense honest. We had the younger guys that came up, Ty Boyd and Glenn Davis. Watch out for those guys. And we got Joel Brooks coming, and like Nick said, we got some transfers that came in. So we just trying to keep it keep the group tight, and just not even try to worry about this past year, and hope them boys best of luck next year.